Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to another quick video here. It's a village vlog. You know, I. How many of you want to enjoy freedom? How many of you want to enjoy a life where nobody needs to tell you what to do, what time to do what you want, and where to do what you want? During this lockdown period, the coronavirus stuff, a lot of countries, a lot of people are indoors right now. If you have the opportunity to go to the village, um, like where I am right now, then you're gonna enjoy the best life, because the worst thing a human being should ever experience is, when you've been confined in a small, you know, area where you cannot have the liberty to do whatever you want. That's the most annoying thing, because it has a lot to do with your state of mind, right? And so I'm in a neighborhood right here that's somewhere very far away. That is crazy though. I'm in a neighborhood somewhere far away from the city center. And as somebody who grew up in the village, I've always loved to live in a village, area like this. You see, I've always enjoyed village life, you know, having your own dog, having whatever you want in your property, like what you're seeing behind me. I've always enjoyed this kind of life and make some money, be able to go back to my country and live big, because the 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 life I've always wanted to enjoy, and of course most of you out there watching me right now, is the life of freedom. Freedom is what everybody wants. So I've always enjoyed to be a free man. I've always enjoyed to live a kind of free life where I can do whatever I want, um, where I live. And so right now I'm just touring around this community and trying to see how the whole place looks like, so as to have some kind of understanding of how, people around here, they enjoy life when it comes to, freedom, living the way you want, having a confined space of your own. You understand what I mean? So it's quite cool. It's quite cool to see how people who have the same, mindset, like what I have, are trying to live the same life. Like, I can learn a lot from them. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. Have your own space and be able to do what you want. Hello, ni hao. See this grandma? She's inside having a good time in her confined environment. It's pretty interesting right here, man. Really interesting. And you can see they're still trying to construct a lot of, villas and little bungalow and all that stuff right here. People giving up their property so they can construct and give them, part of it. It's really interesting, man. You can look at this. You can look at this property right here. Looks really large. You see that? Really huge and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Look at this one. Beautiful, beautiful. And so, for most of us Africans, who've lived abroad for quite a while, make some money, some are buying very expensive houses abroad. Bro, you can never live a happy life like back in Africa, where you can do whatever you want. You can can buy hectares and hectares of land and build whatever you want. You have your own football field, you have your own basketball court, you have a huge swimming pool. You know, you see, these are people coming right here to enjoy life, and we Africans, we neglect some of this freedom that we have. You know, we don't value some of this freedom that we have. And guess what? We move out here abroad and spend years into people's country, and they have no option but to tell us, hey, go back to your country. And then most of us, we start feeling so angry, and we're saying, hey, they are racist. And we start complaining. And, of course, as human beings, we have the right to live wherever we want. But as Africans, we have plenty and plenty of opportunities back in Africa. I'm not saying traveling abroad is not a good thing. It's a good thing, but when we come out here and make money, it's good to start thinking back what to do, how to invest in terms of infrastructure, we can construct whatever we want and live big. And while we stay out here and complain, the Asians in particular, they're going back to Africa and, buying lands and building and living big, man, and living big. You can see the structures that are around here. It's very, very difficult for Chinese people to buy a piece of land and build whatever you're seeing behind me. Very, very difficult. Very difficult, because all these properties you see right behind me here are not for sale. They don't sell it. These properties behind you have been transferred from one generation to another, to another, to another. And so, for those who have their money, they go to Africa and buy huge lands, and they grow rice and grow whatever, because back here in China, it's so tough. It doesn't matter the amount of money you have. It doesn't matter. They're not for sale. And so you have so many space like these. These are all government owned properties like these. Have been passed down from several generations. They cannot be sold. They cannot sell them. And so look at them. They're just looking at me, but I don't give a fuck, because I'm here to exploit. Hey, come on, this way. I'm here to exploit and try to see how I can equip my mind and be sure exactly what I can do, similar to what I've seen right here. I'm going this way. So it's time we stop complaining and, head back to where we're all coming from, especially Africans, and start seeing how we can make an impact. All right. Start seeing how we can make some kind of impact back in our homeland. Start doing things that, can keep us back home, can create jobs to our people. You understand what I mean? Like, hey, this way. Create jobs to our people, can give us the freedom to be able to live and enjoy our homeland. Your home country is your home country. No matter what, no matter where you go, you always go back home. You don't go back home, you always think about home. So, and so this is the right moment for, like I always say, this is a perfect moment where most of us don't work. This is a perfect moment for us to, come together and start, thinking of what to go home and do, how to go about it. Like, I wouldn't advise anybody to just, pack your bags and head back to Africa, because, we've been watching videos upon videos and they're saying, hey, Africans, go back home. No, it doesn't work like that. There are certain things we got to do before we can go back home. There are principles we need to follow, like, visiting motherland, visiting your home your home country, visiting wherever you prefer to, to resettle back in Africa, visiting some of these places, and time and time and time and again, and so that you can get to understand how things work back home, understand the people, understand what you have to do at the right time. Because um, if you're moving back home right now, like, all right, I'm done. I just want to go and establish maybe a business, or invest in infrastructure or stuff like that. You might not get it done properly because you don't actually understand how the system works out there. So you need to visit the continent several times. You need to visit the continent several times, talk to people around, get to understand what they want, get to understand their lifestyle. So, like for me, I've been going home like every single year. Every single year, I make sure I go back home, just to feel the atmosphere, just to update myself on what's going back, on what's happening back there in Africa, especially where I'm coming from. And so, if you're somebody who want to invest back home, it's always good to, frequent the continent, frequent where you want to invest, talk to people, talk to elders, and, see how you can get connected with people who can help you in one way or the other. And so communication is very important. Having having the right mindset on what you want to do is very important. And also, people who are around you are very important. Because you could have the right mindset, you could have the right, everything, but the people around you are not the right people, then you might end up not accomplishing what you want to accomplish. So, advise most of my brothers and sisters, especially those living up here, to make sure you always go back home, visit your people, talk to others, make friends with the locals. Slowly, you find yourself in the entire community with people who can actually help you with the agenda you're coming with, right? So let's go back to our home. Let's go back to our home country. Let's go back to our country. Let's go wait for those who keep telling us to go back home. Let's go wait for them back there. When they come, let's welcome them and ask them what they've come with. Their investment does not make sense, then we can ask them to, also go back to their own country. Because, home is home. And on the other hand, we don't need anything. We don't lack anything. But as Africans, what we lack is the right mindset to be able to, add value to what we were in position with. And so, this is the right time for most of us Africans to sit down, slow down with whatever we're doing, and see how we can, come together and start thinking of what are some of the investments we can go home and invest, right? What are some of the things we can go home and do? Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless you wherever you are. If this is your first time on the channel, do consider subscribing. If you're coming below, share the video. And recently, I stopped complaining. Especially what is happening right here in Asia. I stopped complaining because the people are not the problem. that I see myself as the problem. Okay, I see myself as being the problem, and instead of hating the people around me, I tend to ask myself, what can I do? What can I do to better myself and those around me? What are some of the things people go to my country and do and be able to become successful, of which they are not locals, you know? So I start asking myself this question. Why is it that it's only us that do complain? Is it that anything we do is just so wrong? I'm not saying um, we are right in whatever we do or we are wrong in everything we do. But most often we have to ask ourselves this question. What are we doing that people keep complaining about us? What are some of the things that we we see people coming from their own country, you know, they're doing in our own country that we cannot do? You understand? I always ask myself, why is it that we complain too much and we do just very, very little things? We complain too much, but we do very little. And so each time there is this argument about, oh, we don't want you Africans, oh, blah, 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 oh, this is that, 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 and, you know, leave our country, you know, the Chinese, they are there, and Japanese, and, oh, we don't want you people, oh, you know, they keep complaining that we should leave their country, go back to Africa and all that stuff. Always fold my arms and like, thank you for reminding me. And they're right. And what can I do if I have to go back to my country? Understand? What are some of the things I can go back and do? And as some of these people in my own country, what are they doing? What are some of the businesses that they are running? What are they actually doing? Coming back to their own country and becoming big Asian man, you know, telling you I've been in Africa for like 6 years. And he's big in terms of business, that's what I mean. Like they're making it big. I got a very big land and property in Nigeria, in Kenya, and all these other places in Africa. And I keep asking myself, like, man, I'm here in Asia. I've been living here for so many years. The economy here is booming, but I'm not making exactly what I thought I should have been making every single year. And these people are moving back to my country, of which I think is really, you know, poor in terms of economy. And they're making it big, big time. And so I said to myself, there are things that I don't see. There are opportunities in my country that I don't see. And these people do see. And, you know, before China becomes what it is today, you know, they've copied a lot. They copy a lot from America, they copy a lot from Europe, and they're still doing their copy work. You understand? And for us to become one of the fastest emerging economy, we have to follow suit. To be very honest, we have to follow suit. Start copying some of the things these people are doing out here and implementing it in our continent, implementing it in wherever we're coming from, especially those of us who are in a diaspora. I will say this again over and over. Hey, my boy, come on, let's go. I'll say this several times. For Africa to become one of the fastest the most powerful continent, we have to step up our games. We diasporas, we have to step up the way we do things. We diasporans, Africans, even foreigners, people who are interested in investing in Africa, we have to change the way we do things. I'm saying so because I've seen a lot out here. I've seen the way, let me say Chinese in particular, because I've been here for a time. I've mingled with these people. Yeah, it's cool. I've mingled with these people and I do understand the way they function. Right? They love themselves. They cooperate. They share information among themselves. They push one another. And they make sure wherever there is an opportunity, they bring in their own. That's the fact. Meanwhile, on the other hand, we Africans are not like that. The fact is this. If we want to go further, if we want to go far, we have to work together. So what I'm saying is this. It's high time to keep aside jealousy, hate for no good reason, all the negative thoughts. It's high time we put all this aside and start asking ourselves, what's the way forward? To be honest, man, to be very honest, it's just so embarrassing when a continent like us, Africa, you see that? It's just so embarrassing when a continent like Africa is still the way it is, with the resources that we have, the resources we have in Africa. Children are still dying because of malaria. Children are starving. No medical health facilities. No infrastructure. No proper educational system. Nothing, like absolutely nothing. It's like a jungle. You understand? It's like a jungle. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. There's no gold here. There's no diamond. There's no mineral right here. But look at where this villager is living. This lady is a farmer. She's a farmer. It's right there. She's a farmer. But look at the way she's living. I'm not in a city center. You can see I'm in a village. That's her car. Audi. They're living big. This is because they have the proper mindset that can, lead them to become worthy people. See that? Are you here? Hey. Okay. All right. Now she's saying we should go inside and see the way she has prepared her home. She's asking us to go inside and see how she has prepared her home. She can give it out like Airbnb, She don't need the government to come here and tell her to pay tax or all that stuff. Let me just walk you guys inside a little bit. Just hold on. So you can see here a restaurant. This is somebody's house. This is the bathroom section. Little parking space right there. 楼上有什么啊？楼上没有。She's saying there's nothing upstairs. So you can have like a restaurant or something. The downstairs is for restaurant. You can see in and out, have whatever you want. See that? A couple of spaces. She grow the vegetable herself. And people come here, they eat, they relax right here. You can see she did a little extension right there. You know, I'm pretty sure with time, they're gonna have. I don't know if they have rooms up, like I don't know, but for sure they do. They do, but maybe they don't want to tell us because it's not yet completed or something. So I want to show you guys firsthand what's going on here in Asia. So for those of us who go and hate Asians and all that stuff, we are not on the right target. Okay, we're not on the right target. The right target is right here, man. I'm telling you the fact. This is her kitchen. Let me show you guys. She got a little kitchen right here where they prepare whatever. Strangers come here. They come. Okay. See that? It's a kitchen, and everything right here is organic. Everything organic. All right. Let me show you guys. See that? Everything right here, it's organic. That's it. They grow everything by themselves. See that? You can open a restaurant like this, bro. Let me tell you something. You don't come to my house and tell me how you want to leave. You understand? If you stay in my house for too long and you're messing up, I'll kick your ass out. Man. Right? And so I just believe like we've overstayed out here. And so these guys, they want to kick our ass out. And the most annoying thing is if they're going to lead us to the airport and we're heading home without anything mentally. We're heading home without any plan. We're heading home without any strategy. Come on, man. That's frustrating. That's like home for suicide. All right, I want to show you guys, like, feed your eyes, get to understand where Chinese villagers are living. People who live around the countryside, how they live. Okay, look at this. I think there's glass inside. See that? There's glass inside. Like, you don't need to worry about mosquitoes. You don't need to. Come on, man. Come on. I think the lady, this lady right here, I think this is her daughter. That's her daughter with white. The one putting on the mask. I think that's her daughter. She's home right now with her mom. They're trying to set up, the proper everlasting business. I don't know, their kids, I don't know if they're going to school right now. Everywhere's shut down, so I don't know if they're out for whatever, I don't know. But the fact is, when you have a piece of land, you have everything. Hey, don't touch you there. Put you down. When you have a good piece of land, like what most of us already have in Africa, we can do a lot. You can do a lot, man. But the funniest thing is we don't know the value. Just a very small piece of land, you can do a lot. Look at where these people have invested in the structure. It's just a very small piece of land. They didn't buy that because, in China, the law changes like every now and then. They don't have any fixed law that I would say concerning land-related stuff. But what I know is here in China, people who live around this area, like village, countryside kind of places, you can buy or sell the land you inherited from your great grandparents. You don't sell them. And so if the government comes here and they want to build, let's say, factories or whatever, they need to take control over this area. They need to compensate these people and relocate them. They relocate them somewhere. They might ask you if you want cash, if you want money, then they'll give you the equivalent of what this land actually worth. Meanwhile, in Africa, we don't have most of these things. So, like I would say, it's high time we start thinking of how to go home and make good use of the land we have. Lands most of us have already acquired. It's high time we start thinking how to invest on those lands. Okay, so without taking so much of your time, I'll see you guys on another video. If you are new on the channel, leave your comment below, share the video. What I'm very much interested in, for people to share this video among the African community, wherever you are, so that those who are still asleep should wake up. It's not easy, you know. It's not something you take a day, a week, a month, a year to say, okay, I've got a final decision and I'm going home. It's something that takes time, and you have to go back home, you know, so as to actually understand the system back in Africa, to understand what to do, to understand the people, the culture. Of course, most of us are Africans, we're coming from Africa, but I can guarantee you, not being in Africa for a month, talk less of a year, a lot of changes have taken place. What the people want, you know, have changed. The lifestyle change. The value of things back home change. And so you need that to and fro, you know, frequent the continent several times before you actually go down on what you want to do. All right? Before you actually go down on what you want to do back home. It's not a day job. It's not a month or a year job. Okay? Like I'm talking right now, I got a couple of investments that I'm still working on for the past 2 years. 2 years. Everything is set. But I can't go operational. I can't just start investing because I still believe there's still a lot for me to learn. There's still a lot for me to do. And the most annoying part right now is the current pandemic that it's all over the place. But just have to be patient. That's also one of the most important things, to be patient. If you're not patient, you just rush, and at the end, you find yourself in the middle of nowhere, like everything is gone, boom, disappear. So patient, you have to be patient and strike at the right moment. I want to appreciate everybody who've been thinking of going back home to do something. I want to appreciate everybody who keep thinking of home, because it begins by thinking of home. Once you have home in your mind, when you have Africa in your mind, when you keep thinking Africa, it means you are interested. You're interested in doing something back home. You're interested in the change we all want. All right? This is the moment. Let's team up. Let's come together. Let's ask ourselves, how cheap can we go home and start investing? We'll never find Chinese people, Japanese people, you know, Korean, Vietnamese, you know, making videos like I'm making right now, trying to encourage their brothers and sisters, like, Hey, come back home. Hey, come and invest. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. You know why? Because it's embedded in them. Okay? It's embedded in them from childhood to go out there, make whatever you can make whatever little you can make, come back home and start something. But most of us, once we make it, we want to just stay abroad, never return. You never find Chinese, they complain about what can we do to, how can we come together and all the blah, blah, blah. You never find them do that. It's embedded in them. That's what we don't have, Africans. That's what we don't have. What we have is hatred, jealousy, backbite, and all the negative thoughts, all those negative things. And that's why we are the most hated race in the world. That's why everywhere we go, we got criticized. So let's change the way we think. Let's change our mindset, and I'll see you guys on another one. This is your first time on the channel. Do consider subscribing. Leave your comment below. Share the video. Let me know what you think. All right. God bless you, and I'll see you on another one. Bye bye. Ciao.